Hi, thanks for joining me. This is Elizabeth with Wandering Soul Enterprises, here to bring you a Zodiac Yoga practice for Aries season. So happy birthday to all the Aries sun signs out there. However, you do not have to be an Aries sun sign to participate in this practice. It's open to everybody. We're just tapping into that Aries energy, trying to harness it. So Aries is ruled by Mars, the warrior god. So we're going to incorporate some warrior poses into our practice. And also in medical astrology, Aries is said to rule the brain and the eyes. So we're going to be incorporating some poses that also activate those parts of the body. So modify as needed. Don't do anything that your doctor would tell you not to do. But come on and join me, grab your yoga mat, and let's start up at the top of the mat in our Tadasana mountain pose. So we're gonna gently rock back and forth to get even on the feet. You can have the toes touching with an inch between the heels, or have the feet about hip width apart. Toes pointing straight forward. We'll lift the toes up off the mat, spread them apart, and lower them one by one onto the mat. Feel the thighs lifting up out of the kneecaps. Feel the core engage. The shoulders up, back, and down. The fingertips are energized, and the gaze is straight forward. And then we'll just allow the eyelids to close, noticing how it feels to be in your body in this moment. And then we'll inhale, bringing the hands together, bringing the hands up overhead, taking the gaze towards the thumbs. And exhale, fold forward, hinging from the hips. And we'll bring the hands to either sides of the feet. We'll bend the knees as much as we need to bring the abdomen on top of the thighs. Inhaling, we'll come halfway up, sliding the hands up the shins. And exhale, forward fold. We'll place the hands on the mat on either sides of the feet, and then step back or hop back into plank, whatever you feel more comfortable with. We're going to press back through the heels, engaging all the muscles, hugging the core, keeping a straight line from the crown of the head to the heels. And then we'll inhale, lean forward, and exhale, keeping the arms next to the body, lowering 1 inch at a time, coming down to the mat. We'll bring the tops of the feet to the mat. We'll have the hands directly under the shoulders. On the inhale, we'll lift the chin and the chest, coming to a baby cobra. And exhale, we'll bring it back down. You can gently rock the hips from side to side. And then on the next inhale, lifting the chin and the chest and pressing through the hands, coming into your full expression of cobra pose, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. The gaze is straight forward, or you can lift the gaze. And then we'll exhale, curl in the toes, lift the hips, and push the hips back, coming into your downward facing dog. You can walk your dog a little bit if you like, maybe alternate bending the knees. Inhaling, coming up on the toes, exhaling, drawing the heels towards the mat. Inhaling, reaching the hips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, pushing the hips back, pressing the chest towards the mat. And then we'll inhale, taking the gaze between the hands, and exhale, step the feet between the hands, coming to a forward fold. Again, bending the knees as much as you need to bring the abdomen on top of the thighs. Inhaling, lifting the hips. Exhaling, allowing gravity to traction the spine down towards the earth, relaxing the neck. If you'd like, you can bring opposite hands to opposite elbows. Nod your head. Shake your head. Okay. And then we'll inhale, coming halfway up, sliding the hands up the shins. And exhale, forward fold. On the next inhale, we'll come up one vertebra at a time. The head's the last thing to rise, and we'll inhale, bringing the hands up overhead. And exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Okay, we're gonna take a step back with the right foot, coming into a crescent lunge. So a high lunge here. The front thigh is almost parallel to the ground. And then we're going to bring our weight into that front foot, and we'll lift up off the back foot and bring it into our warrior three. So coming up and bring it into warrior three. Inhaling through that standing leg and exhaling, shooting energy out through the extended leg and the hands. And then we'll step that foot back, bringing it into warrior two. So we're gonna have a nice wide stance. That back foot is gonna be in contact with the mat, but kind of have the toes angled at like a 60-degree angle. And we'll have the front heel in line with the arch of the back foot. And then you can bend and straighten this back knee to open up the hips. And then this front knee is bent almost at 90 degrees. And it's going to be opening out towards the pinky toe. So you should be able to see the big toe, maybe part of the second toe here. Then we'll inhale, bringing the arms up to shoulder height. Exhale, draw the arm bones into the sockets. Feel the fingertips magnetically pulling away from each other. Nice inhale, lengthen the spine. And on the exhale, we'll take the gaze over the front hand. Keeping the face soft, even though the body is very active here. And then we'll inhale, straighten that knee. Let's walk the feet a little bit closer together so that they're about 3 feet apart. Toes are pointing straight forward. Outside ridges of the feet are parallel to each other, keeping a little bend in the knees so we don't lock them out. We'll clasp the hands behind the back, and you can bring a tie between the hands if that feels more comfortable. And inhale, open up the chest, and exhale, fold forward, hinging from the hips, and then just allow gravity to pull the hands up and over behind you. Relaxing the head. And then we'll inhale, coming halfway up. Place the hands on the waist. And then exhale. Let's bring it back down. So we're bringing the hands so that the wrists are directly underneath the shoulders. Maybe walking it out a little bit more to get a nice flat back. You can also bring blocks under the hands to create a little more space in the spine. Inhaling, reaching the crown of the head away from the hips. On the exhale, maybe pressing back through the hips very subtly just to create more space here. Take a good inhale, and the exhale, we'll walk the right hand toward the midline, and then we'll inhale and peel the left hand up towards the ceiling, tucking the chin towards the chest, and then turning the gaze towards that lifted hand. Another good inhale. The exhale, let's bring it back down. We'll bring the wrist underneath the shoulders. Good inhale. The exhale, we'll walk the left hand to the midline. Inhale, peel the right hand up towards the ceiling. Inhaling, opening up the chest. Exhaling, twisting a little bit more. Keeping both feet planted on the mat. You can adjust the hips however you need to here. Another good inhale. On the exhale, we'll bring the right hand down, bring the wrist underneath the shoulders. Let's heel to the feet out a little bit more and walk the hands between the feet, maybe bringing the head to the mat. You can keep it here, or maybe bend the elbows at 90 degrees and bring the knees or the shins to the triceps, engaging the core, engaging the shoulders. Don't want to put too much pressure on the neck. And see about coming into a tripod pose. And then we'll place the feet back down on the mat. Walk the hands out in front. We'll walk the feet together. Come back to our forward fold. Inhaling, coming halfway up. Exhale, forward fold, and then we'll inhale, coming all the way back up. Okay, let's come back to the front of our mat because we still have to do our warrior sequence on the other side. So we'll come into Tadasana, mountain pose, nice and tall, lifting up through the thighs, engaging the core, shoulders up, back, and down. We're really rooting down through the feet. Fingertips energized, closing the eyes, noticing how it feels to be in your body. Then we'll inhale, bringing the hands together, bringing the hands up overhead and taking the gaze towards the thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Bending the knees as much as you need to bring the abdomen on top of the thighs. Inhale, coming halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, let's come all the way up to standing. And exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Okay, so this time we're going to step the right foot back, so the left foot is in front, opposite side from what we did before. That front knee is bent almost at 90 degrees here in crescent lunge, which is sort of like warrior one. It's sort of like a modification of warrior one. Okay, and then we're going to place our weight in that front foot, lift up the back foot and bring it into warrior three. So we're going to bring the weight towards the front, lift up that back foot and shoot the hands out, coming into warrior three. You can also have the hands behind you, like airplane pose if you prefer. Trying to keep the shoulders and hips in line. Inhale, bring it up and step that back foot into warrior two. Nice wide stance here. We're gonna bend the front knee at about 90 degrees. Bend and straighten this back knee to open up the hips. The shoulders should be stacked directly over the hips. We'll inhale, bring the arms up to shoulder height. Exhale, draw the arm bones into the sockets. Feel the fingertips magnetically pulling away from each other. Check the toes on the front foot. Should be able to see the big toe, maybe part of the second toe. Then turning a gaze over the front hand. All right, let's go ahead and cartwheel the hands down to the mat. We'll rotate that back heel up, and we'll step the left foot back to meet the right in plank. Then we'll inhale, lean forward, exhale, chaturanga. Let's bring it all the way down to the mat, bringing the tops of the feet to the mat, and we'll inhale into cobra, and exhale. Let's bring it to child's pose. And here in child's pose, you can stack the two fists, one on top of the other, and bring the forehead to the top hand and just gently rock the forehead back and forth. This helps to massage the third eye. And then we'll come up to seated. And next we're going to work on boat pose. So you can gently rock back and forth to get even on the sitting bones. And then we'll bring the hands underneath the thighs and lean back. So visualize that you're sitting in like a triangle shaped lounge chair. Kind of like one of those like, what are they called? The zero gravity chairs, but like shaped like a triangle kind of. And we're gonna lean back and we'll start to lift the feet up off the mat. So you can bring it to a hover, or you can bring the shins parallel to the floor, or you can straighten the legs out fully, and you're gonna keep your gaze on the horizon. Maybe work on bringing the hands away from the body. And then we'll hug the knees into the chest. Okay. So from here, if you want, you can gently do some windshield wiper legs to kind of warm up the hips a little bit. And then let's bring it into butterfly pose, Baddha Konasana. Sometimes this is also called cobbler's pose. We'll bring the thumbs to the insides of the feet. Inhale, lengthen the spine. If your knees are lifted, you can press the elbows into the knees to help open up the hips. And then find some length in the spine and inhale, bringing energy into the place between the two eyebrows. So on the inhale, you're bringing energy into this place, and on the exhale, letting it radiate out into the room. So you can keep it here or bring it into like an easy cross-legged pose, whatever makes you feel comfortable. And the next thing we're going to practice is called thumb gazing. So with thumb gazing, we're keeping our eyes focused on our thumbnail without moving the head or any other parts of the body other than the arm and the eyes, okay? So we'll start with the right arm. We'll bring it out, straight out from the shoulder. We'll have the thumb out in the so-so position, and we'll take our gaze directly at the thumbnail. Okay, now we're gonna start to lift the thumb up, keeping the gaze focused on the nail, not moving the face, just the eyes, finding your full range of vision. And then on the exhale, we'll start to bring it back down. Try not to blink. Finding your full range of vision in the lower spectrum there. And inhaling, bringing it back up to center, keeping your gaze on the thumbnail. Let's bring it all the way up. Just bring it back to center. And then we'll turn the thumb to the thumbs up position, keeping the gaze focused on the thumbnail. And we'll start to take the hand out to the side, keeping the face still, only moving the eyes. Trying to keep your gaze focused on the thumbnail. Like, it's kind of hard. At some point, I can't really see the thumbnail anymore. I can just see like my hand and the thumb. But find your full range of peripheral vision. Then bring it back to center. Try to keep your gaze focused on the thumbnail. Okay, now I see it again. Let's try that one more time. Let's go ahead and relax the right hand. Now we're going to do the same thing with the left arm. So we're going to bring the left arm out, the thumb's in the so-so position. On the inhale, we'll lift the thumb, keeping the gaze focused on the thumbnail. Not moving the head, just moving the eyes. Trying not to blink. As I'm blinking rapidly, my eyes are drying out. Right, coming back to center, we'll take the thumb to the thumbs up position, which is what I'd like you to do this video when you're done watching it. Okay, so we're gonna take the thumb out to the side, keep the face straight, don't move anything but the eyes and the arm. And then bringing it back. Trying to find that thumbnail. And then one more time. Okay, now we're going to close the eyes and we'll start to rub the hands together, creating friction and heat. And then we'll cup the hands over the eyes to help them relax. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you have a great day or evening, and I hope that you were able to tap into some of that Aries power, and I hope to see you next month for Taurus season, where we'll focus on some special things for Taurus. So thanks again. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I have more yoga videos coming out. Also, you can check out my playlist to see what's already up there. I also have tarot videos, and every now and then I'll play the guitar just to be entertaining. So thanks again, and namaste.